One time, when I was in first grade, there was a kid, let's call her Ella, and Ella would always make fun of me and what I'd wear, but then she would end up doing the same things I do. One day I was wearing a dress with snakes on them and she made fun of it. She said, "Ew, who likes snakes, you're ugly." Then the next week she came to school with a new dress, and goose what, it was the dress I was wearing last week. Another time I had two braids in my hair and she said I looked like Gretel from Hansel and Gretel. Then the next week she had the same braids. She kept doing that, so I got really annoyed and I was going to post a picture with a filter that I shaved my head to see if she would do it, but then I remembered I was 6 and didn't have a phone or any social media, so I just stabbed her hand with a pencil. The end. One time I was in 5th grade and when I woke up I joined my Zoom and then looked at my Snapchat. This girl I was best friends with made a group chat with all the kids in school and she was sending screenshots of her in my account subscribed to a girl that does porn. I obviously didn't subscribe to that, so she would have went on my account and subscribed to it, then took the screenshot and then unsubscribed. I was defending myself my whole class and didn't do any of the work, so I got behind on that, and then a day or two went by of me saying I didn't do that shit, and then my other friend showed her mom the screenshots and me swearing, saying I didn't do that because I didn't, and then her mom sent the pictures to my mom. I got in big trouble because I wasn't supposed to swear and I wasn't supposed to have Snapchat in the first place. Now I have no friends, sad face. I also got in trouble because I was way behind on my work. So that happened, please. One time I was in a hotel pool with my mom and brother. I was practicing how to drown. My mom knew I was faking it, so she didn't care. Then I actually started drowning and my mom still thought I was faking, so she didn't pay any attention to me. Then I was under for a while. My mom got worried, so she checked on me and I was passed out, so she called the front desk to help her, but they just called 911. Then when they came I was still passed out and didn't wake up for 3 days. My mom thought I was dead, but when I woke up I had a breathing mask on and was in a room alone. Then when I tried to walk I took a couple steps, then fell and was stuck. A couple hours later a nurse came in and panicked. I told her I couldn't move my legs. I ended up having an allergic reaction to the pool water, so my mom sued the hotel and we got rich and moved to LA, so I wouldn't suggest drowning, but I got rich off of it. Sue winky face.
I'll take my shirt off and do it.
One time I liked this dude, let's call him Jay. I've liked him for over a year, and he didn't know, but my best friend knew. Keep that in mind. Let's call my best friend Gianna. I told Gianna everything because I was kinda obsessed with him. Then she decided to make a group call so we could all FT and she could try and get us together. So I gave her his number and then she made the group FT. It was awkward at first, but then everything was going well. Then whenever we were on FT she would talk about how much Jake texts her and how it's annoying. But then she would go on saying, ugh, he never replies quick even though it had just been a couple minutes. I just brushed it off, but then we had a sleepover and half the sleepover Jake was fact-timing her and she would always answer with no hesitation. Like, bitch, I came here so we could hang out, not hang out with Jake. But he was my crush, so I kinda liked it. Anyway, we had a couple more sleepovers and the same thing happened. I was kinda depressed because he would always text her, and for him to text me I would have to start the conversation and he always replied with care smothing. I was sad one day, so I texted Gianna that I think Jake likes her and even if she didn't like him he would pick her over me because I was the ugly best friend. She obviously said no way, blah 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 BS. Anyway, a couple months went by of this happening and then me and Gianna had another sleepover and of course we were on FT with Jake and they were both acting sus around me. Anyway, I kinda got the suspicion that something was happening, so I confronted them both. Then I acted and said that I didn't like Jake anymore and said that Gianna and Jake should get together, and Gianna said I already tried that. Ops like, bitch, how can you accidentally say that? Mad face. I then said, "Can I see your phone?" And she said, "Yeah, let me just go to the bathroom real quick." And I said, "Okay." When she was back, she gave me her phone and I looked through all her texts with Jake and her snaps with him, but everything was deleted. I got mad and told her to leave my house. She did, and then I was depressed for a week and cried every second, but now I am good and they have a healthy relationship. But the forgiving person I am, I let her be my friend again. Anyway, stay tuned, because I am going to destroy their relationship, so I'll give you a story time about that when I do. Write in the comments how I should ruin their relationship. The end. One time I was in second grade and a girl came up to me and said, "Meet me in the bathroom." So I went in the bathroom and she was there. Then she pulled her pants down and I said, "What are you doing?" And she said, "Do you know what sex is?" And I said, "No." And she said, "I saw my mom and dad doing it. We should try it because it looks fun." I said, "Okay, but what do we do?" She said, "Pull your pants down." So I did, and then she said, "Lay down." So I did, and then she sat on my and put her cat on mine. I didn't know what to do, so I just stayed still. She started humping me and I kinda liked it. Anyway, she said, "Moan." I knew what that was because my older sister had taught me, so I did it. Then she stuck her hand in my kitty. Her nails were long, so she scraped my inside, but I didn't know yet. Anyway, when she was done, I did it to her and I was a little horny for th rest of the day. That night I went to go to the bathroom and there was blood on my underwear, so I told my mom and she said I started my period, so she gave me a pad, but after 2 weeks the bleeding didn't stop, so my mom took me to the doctor and they asked me if I stuck anything up my cat and I said no, but then she said, "You had to because there is a giant scratch up there." I had to tell my mom everything that happened. And it was very embarrassing, but every day me and that girl would go in the bathroom and hump each other. Now I am gay and I'm that girl, and we still remember that moment. The end.